Welcome to Freely Speaking Podcast with your host, Carleatha Wells, where everything is spoken of from my heart to yours. Sometimes your losses are the best thing that could ever happen for you. Sometimes the things that you lose are the things that are breaking you through. Sometimes the things that you lose, had you still had those things, you wouldn't be where you are today. It's because of those losses that you graduated. It's because of those losses is that you got promoted. It's because of those losses that you distance yourself away from toxic people, toxic situations. Sometimes those losses are because how you got healed, or how you got delivered, how you got free. Because see, sometimes you had too much going on, too many things in your life, too many distractions. Come on now. But had you not had the losses, you wouldn't even know how to be free. You wouldn't even know what it's like to understand the scripture that says, and I know I may not be quoting this right, but for those who are, fluid with their scriptures, then okay, you said your way, and I'm just gonna say it off the top of my head or what's in my spirit. You know what the Lord said, take my yoke and learn of me. For my yoke is easy and my burdens are light. You don't know what it's like to be lightweight. To have lightweight, because you've been so burdened down, so you had to go through some losses and to go through some pains, because those pains is what's transferred you into now your peace. Your peace that surpasses all understanding, that is guarding your heart and your mind, and is keeping you so close to God. And folks wondering how you made it over, and you wondering how I made it over. Is nobody but the grace of God. See, sometimes God puts a force field around you. I say God has a force field around me all the days of my life. Because when I think back, let me just say this, what brought me to this moment. My phone kept telling me that my storage and my Gmail was full. My storage was full. And I could, every time I would delete the messages, but the message, days later, it would say, my storage is full. And I'm like, I keep doing it. But this time, it did it to me almost a year later. Not quite a year later, it did it to me again. But this time, when I deleted, I went back to where I started from deleting, right? And there were more messages. I was like, oh, so what happened was the storage would be so full. I would say the storage tank would be so full until it was pressing down the old messages. And the only way they could pop up is like the jack in the box is I had to delete some in order for them to spring up. Sometimes you think you're getting rid of some old stuff in your life. But baby, sometimes you've been packed down. You just been packing all that pain, packing all that old stuff. And God says it's time to lose some things. So he allows you to go through some seasons. And anybody know when you have some losses, it's going to be some pain in there. Come on now, losses is going to be some pain. But it's going to be some growing pains. See, it's a different kind of pain when you got some growing to do out of it. So out of that, I had to it was going through the years of, it's 2021, so it was going through 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, and Lord, I haven't got to 14 yet. And I was remembering when there was times me and my son, we didn't have our cell phone services on. We was underneath the Wi-Fi. Y'all, come on. Don't act like you ain't never had to do that. You can't wait to get to Starbucks. Can't wait to get somewhere that got some Wi-Fi. And I'm telling you, it's time to go deep. It's time to get healed, to get free. And sometimes you got to lose some things to get to where you want to be in God, to get to the promises, to get to your blessings, to get to your breakthroughs, to get to your marriages, to get to your children, to get to your finances right, because it's some lessons in all of that. Those losses, it meant something. Sometimes you got to lose in order to win. I love you. This has been Carleatha. Be blessed. And let's go deep. Thanks for tuning in to Freedomly Speaking Podcast with your host, Carleatha Wells. Don't forget to subscribe by clicking that button so you can get that notification when I post new videos.